Then the detachment of soldiers with its commander and Jewish officials arrested Jesus. Then all the disciples deserted him and fled. A young man wearing nothing but a linen garment was following Jesus. When they seized him, he fled naked, leaving his garment behind. Okay.
It's in there. I don't know why.
They bound him and brought him first to Annas, who was the father-in-law of Caiaphas, the high priest of the year. That year. Caiaphas, whatever,
there we go.
was the one who had advised the Jews that it would be good for one man to die for the people. Simon Peter and John were following Jesus. Because John was known to the high priest, he went in with Jesus to the high priest's courtyard. But Peter had to wait outside the door. The other disciple, who was known to the high priest, came back and spoke to the man on duty there and at the door. Who are you? I'm Peter. I'm with him. Wait a minute. Aren't you one of this man's followers? No, I'm afraid you're not mistaken for someone else. No. Meanwhile, the high priest questioned Jesus about his disciples and his teaching. Tell us what you have been doing. I have spoken openly to the world. I always taught in the synagogues or at the temple where the Jews came together. I said nothing in secret. Why question me? Ask those who heard me. Surely they know what I said. Ah! This is how you answer the high priest. Ah. If I said something wrong, testify to what is wrong. But if I spoke the truth, why did you strike me? Then Annas sent him, still bound, to Caiaphas the high priest. Then seizing him, they led him away and took him into the house of the high priest. Peter followed at a distance. Take him to Caiaphas, so the courtyard, and had sat down together. Peter sat down with them. A servant saw him sitting there in the firelight. He looked closely at him. This man was with him. I do not know him. This fellow was with Jesus of Nazareth. I tell you, I don't know the man. Greetings. You heard about all the commotion that has been going on tonight? The disciples of this Jesus of Nazareth? Wait a minute. Are you not one of them? No, I'm not. The chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin were looking for evidence against Jesus so they could put him to death. But they didn't find any. Oh, is there anyone here that can bring testimony against for this man Jesus of Nazareth? I heard him say he was going to destroy our temple. Yes, destroy our temple and rebuild it again in 3 days. I don't remember him saying anything about rebuilding the temple. Yes, he said, I will destroy this temple built by man and rebuild in 3 days one not made by man. The important thing is that we agree that he said he would destroy the temple. Yeah, he did. Yes. Well, Jesus of Nazareth. Many testified falsely against him, but their statements did not agree. Then some stood up and gave false testimony against him. Said he would destroy the temple. You're not going to answer to the testimony these men are bringing against you? Well, are you the Christ? Are you the Son of the Blessed One? I am. And you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven. Why do you need any more witnesses? You have heard the blasphemy. What do you think? Punishment for blasphemy must be death. Death! 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 God's taken up there, for we have to make Christians. Come, Jesus of Nazareth. Blindfolded. How? Sure has been a long time. About an hour, I suppose. You are surely one of them. Your accent gives it away. Surely I tell you, I am not the man. You were in the garden tonight, in Yosemite. I was not in Yosemite tonight. You were the one with the sword. Sword? I'm a fisherman. I wouldn't even know what to do with a sword. Why would I protect a man I don't even know? On account of you, I never will. I tell you the truth. Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. Even if I have to die with you, I will never disown you. Could you men not watch with me for 1 hour? What the? Council is ready. Okay, Jesus, Nazareth. If you are the Christ, tell us. If I tell you, you will not believe me. And if I ask you a question, you will not answer me. But from now on, the Son of Man will be seated at the right hand of the mighty God. Are you the Son of God? You are right in saying I am. Why do we need any more testimony? You have heard it from his own lips. Condemned him to death. When Judas who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and turned the silver coins to the chief priests and the elders. I have sinned, for I have betrayed innocent blood. What is that to us? That's your responsibility. The chief priests picked up the coins and said, it is against the law to put this money in the treasury, since it's blood money. So they decided to use the money to buy a potter's field as a burial place for foreigners. That is why it has been called the field of blood to this day. Then, what it was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet was fulfilled. They took the 30 silver coins, the price set on him by the people of Israel, and they used them to buy a potter's field, as the Lord commanded me. They bound Jesus and led him away and handed him over to Pilate, the governor. By now it was early morning, and to avoid ceremonial uncleanness, the Jews did not enter the palace. They wanted to be able to eat the Passover. So Pilate came out to them and asked, what charges are you bringing against this man? We have found this man subverting our nation, and he opposes to pay tax to Caesar. He claims to be Christ, King. Take him yourselves and judge him by your law. We have no right to execute anyone. Send him inside. Are you the King of the Jews? Is that your own idea? Or did others talk to you about me? Am I a Jew? It was your people and your chief priest that handed you over to me. What is it you have done? My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would have fought to prevent my arrest by the Jews. But now my kingdom is from another place. You are a king then. You are right in saying that I am a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify to the truth. Even everyone who is on this side of the truth listens to me. What is truth? I find no basis for a charge against this. He claims to be our king. We have no king but Caesar. Don't you hear the testimony these people are bringing against you? Speak! He stirs up the people all over Judea. He started in Galilee and made his way here. This man is a Galilean then. Well, send him to Herod. Oh, Jesus. I am so delighted you could come. I have been longing for this moment. So, Jesus of Nazareth, show me some miracles. Perhaps I can drink a cup of poison and you will bring me back to life? This Jesus claims to be better than you, Herod. He claims to be the king over the Jews. Our king, well, we must make you look like a king then, mustn't we? Take our robe off of him and take it back to Pilate. I have nothing more to do with him. All right, let's go back to Pilate. Then Herod and his soldiers ridiculed and mocked him. Then Herod and his soldiers, they dressed him in the robe, they sent him back to Pilate. That day Herod and Pilate became friends. Before this they had been enemies. While Pilate was sitting on the judge's seat, his wife sent him a message. Don't have anything to do with this innocent man, for I have suffered a great deal today in a dream because of him. Pilate called together the chief priests and rulers of the people and said to them, what do we do? You brought me this man as one who is inciting the people to rebellion. I have examined him in your presence and have found no basis for a charge against him. Neither has Herod, for he sent him back to us, as you can see. He has done nothing to deserve death. Therefore I will punish him and then release him. Now it was the custom of the feast to release a prisoner whom the people requested. A man called Barabbas was in prison with the insurrectionists who had committed murder in the uprising. The crowd came up and asked Pilate to do for them what he usually did. Do you want me to release to you the king of the Jews? No, not him. Give us Barabbas. Away with this other man. Release Barabbas to us. What shall I do then with this Jesus who is called the Christ? Crucify him! Why? What crime has he committed? Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! Why? I find no basis for a charge against this man. No grounds for the death penalty. Therefore, I'll have him punished and release him. Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! All right, all right! Guards, take him out and flog him. Oh. So, you want to be king over us, do you? Well, drop this guy thing. There's my purple robe for you, your majesty. And here's your staff. It's missing something. I know! A crown of thorns! Use your imagination. Hail, King! Hail! 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 Look! I am bringing him out to you to let you know I find no basis for a charge against him. Here is the man. Crucify him! Crucify him! You take him and crucify him. As for me, I find no basis for a charge against him. We have a law, and according to that law, he must die because he claims to be the Son of God. Where do you come from, Jesus? You refuse to speak to me? Don't you realize I have the power to free you or to crucify you? You would have no power over me if it were not given to you from above. Therefore, the one who handed me over to you is guilty of a greater sin. I tell you, I find no basis for a charge against this man. If you let this man go, you are no longer a friend of Caesar. Anyone who claims to be a king is no friend of Caesar. Jesus, out. Here is your king. Take him away! Take him away! Crucify him! Crucify him! Shall I crucify your king? We have no king but Caesar. I am innocent of this man's blood. It is your responsibility. Let his blood be on us and our children. Pilate decided to grant their demands. He released the man who had been thrown into prison for insurrection and murder, Barabbas, the one they asked for, and surrendered Jesus to their will. And when they had mocked Jesus, they took off his purple robe and put on his own clothes again. Then they led him off to crucify him.